Oh, extremely sad to hear about Liam Hendriks' diagnosis. Wishing the best to him. I had no idea this was coming yesterday. I scrolled past something on Twitter that led to a link, and it just said it was a Canadian news outlet, probably CBC. It said former Blue Jay Liam Hendriks diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I was like, what? It was random. Who would expect to see that? But right, to see it like that, and I'm like, wait, Liam, what? No chance. What? Huh? It took a minute to process. And then I read his statement and the fact that he'd, I guess, known about it for just a little bit and felt ready to share with the world, and that he was already starting his treatment, I think, as of today, right? It was, I guess, put out yesterday. And Liam Hendriks is one of the most awesome people that just happens to play professional sports. And seeing him do what he did with the A's, where he was DFA'd, I don't even know, multiple times. It was at 2, 3. The team basically said, we're done. We don't have another use for you. Not personally, but professionally. And he would find his way back. And next thing you know, he's your closer. And next thing you know, he's an all-star. And next thing you know, he signs a huge contract in Chicago because he's that good of a closer and a known commodity, and he's one of the better closers in baseball. But forget the baseball for just a second. I got to know Liam, pretty well in conversations and chit-chat. And I went back to just look at my text to see even the last time that we were texting back and forth. A lot of it is about hockey, actually. He's a huge Montreal Canadiens fan. Canadiens, excuse me. And we go back and forth on that sometimes, and I haven't talked to him in a bit. I'm pretty sure we probably last talked during this previous baseball season, but I feel so terrible because it's a baseball player, yeah, and that's what's going to catch people's attention. And I don't know how long he'll be out or away from this. I know people that have gone through what he's getting into now, and fortunately you live here in 2023, and there's a pretty good success rate in this. Sometimes you have to beat it more than once, and it takes a toll on you. And it takes a toll on your family. And his wife, Christy, is also an awesome person. It's funny, when the pandemic started, Liam was one of the first people I reached out to just to talk to do an interview. I recorded an interview here in this home studio. We were just trying to catch up with players, right? Bring some normalcy to life. Bring a conversation with somebody who's now not doing, like, everybody's staying at home. And I'll never forget when I hopped on the FaceTime or the Zoom or whatever it was with Liam. He was all lit, like he had a professional. He had the ring light before people were buying ring lights and stuff. And I saw his wife in the background. He was like adjusting it, and then she later, I think, she Instagrammed a picture of him he'd been setting up for this interview to look good for it. For like 20 minutes before I even connected. Most players are like on their phone. They couldn't care less, where they're at. But he wanted it to go well, and he wanted it to look good. And I remember joking with him. I'm like, this is a first for me. I've never seen this. But just a person who cares about life, who cares about animals, who cares about the common man, who cares about teammates, who's not afraid to speak his mind, who always has really good ways to put things and thought-provoking comments. He's honest. He's unique. I love the fire that he plays with. And I just hope for him that selfishly, he can just play baseball again soon. You know why I say that? Because if that's the case, then I know that everything else health-wise is taking care of itself. He's taking care of it. I mean, obviously, I couldn't care. At this point, I want him to live a happy, long life. But like I said, knowing that if it means he's on a baseball field, means he's completely healthy and all recovered and doing what he loves and not getting cheated out on important years of his life, then of course that's what I want to see. But honestly, it's not about baseball for me. It's about somebody who there's a handful of baseball players out there that I know someday they'll be great after their career's done on television or in the media, or just like you can stay around the game. A lot of these players, they're done as a player and they don't know what else to do. They don't know there's other options and avenues of how to stay in baseball, something they've always been involved with. It's a real hard shift of gears in life to be like done and now they don't want me. Well, they do want you. And I told him a long time ago, you'll be phenomenal like on television. All you have to do is sit and watch games and give your thoughts and share some stories and experiences. And we've talked about that. I've talked to quite a few players who I know will be good at it in the next step. But I just wanted to share that he's definitely one of them and he's expressed interest in that. I just hope this, and I know the way he attacks things. And I know the support he's got from his teammates and the city of Chicago but just doctors and resources. And I was gutted when I saw that yesterday. And I mean, it's weird, right? Like you want to instantly just text somebody. But I thought about like how many people just saw that like I did and are reaching out. And I mean, teammates, he probably was in the thousands of texts like that. And so I didn't. I didn't do it on purpose, but I will. I wanted to give it a couple days. And I hate to say this like a strategy, but I like to let things settle before I can reach out and make sure that I'm not part of overwhelming him. But I know he's going to also know that he's going to want and need support, as days go on. So I guess I've said everything maybe that's inside here, but that was really difficult to see that, and I hope it happens well for him, and I hope that it can go quick, like the process can go quick, and that he can just return to normal life. He's already been through so much as a human being, and nobody deserves this. Come on, don't get me wrong. Nobody deserves this, but somebody as good and kind as him, maybe that's why it just hits me like 2 tons of bricks. So, best wishes, Liam. I'm thinking of you, buddy, and your wife, Christy, and you will hear from me sooner than later.